Or have you come to terms with having sickle cell disease?
I think just more recently, I have, like, more so in the past 6 months. Even though I'm 22 now, so it's been 22 years. But I don't know. I remember when I was like 19, 20, I was like, I'm not going to the hospital anymore. Like, that was, I wanted to learn how to take care of myself at home. I don't want to just, because all they do when I go to the hospital is they give me drugs and they give me fluids. And I can drug myself and drink water at home. So
you've done that too.
Yeah.
They were bringing big gallons, say, drink this.
I still, like, I do that now. Like, you see with the little orange container, like, I'm having pain, or I just had to come to terms, like, I'm not, my body's different than other people's, and I do things more slowly sometimes, or like, I'm gonna fall back behind sometimes, but I can catch up, or I can, like, there's nothing wrong with me. That's what I have to keep telling myself, like, there's nothing wrong with me. I just am differently able. I just have a different type of body, and I have to do things differently for myself. I'm trying to learn now how, like, when I'm working with people, how do I explain that to them? Because they see me sit down while they're running around doing all this stuff. Like, when I went on this retreat a couple weeks ago, they're running around cleaning, and I was getting sick. And I had told them before, like, I need just some time to myself. So they're like running around trying to hurry up and clean before we leave, and I couldn't do it. I needed to sit down. One of the women who she doesn't know me that well. She doesn't know, like, about me sickly or what that feels like. And I could see her kind of like, why aren't you helping us? And so I'm trying to learn now how to better express. Or even when I was working over here at Cleveland, and they're like, well, why don't you want to door knock? Like, I can't door knock in the cold. It's cold and it's wet outside. I'm gonna get sick. And I felt like that should have been enough. But then I had to break it down, and I had to send a video, and I had to, like, this is what I'm going through. And that's frustrating sometimes, because sometimes I just don't want to explain. I feel like it's made me a stronger person, because I have had to just push back. Like, I can't, or I'm not going to do that, because I need to take care of myself, which makes me feel good. I hate when people tell me, oh, you're sick? You don't look sick. You don't know how much pain I'm in right now. Like, as I sit and talk to you right now, my back, down my shoulder is hurting. My whole left arm is hurting to the tips of my fingers. My foot burns right now. So I don't look sick, but I'm sick. Like, I feel like people trivialize. I feel trivialized, or like people want to accuse me of lying when I'm telling them I'm sick. I'm not able to engage in this activity or help you do whatever right now because I don't feel well. Well, you don't look sick. Like, it's accusatory. And it hurts, because it's hard to know that you're feeling all this pain on the inside, and know that because I've grown up with it, I have a stern face, or I just hold it, and I don't let people outside know that I'm not feeling well, because I don't like to explain myself all the time. But then that layer, like, I have to be crying for you to understand that I'm not feeling well. Like, I have to walk around with this sick look on my face for you to be like, oh, well, she's not feeling well. And I don't want to have to do that. I should be able to, like, still, while I'm sick, because I feel this almost every day, I should be able to sit and stand with pride and not have to look sick.
When people have a chronic illness, you don't always see it. It's not that you're in a wheelchair or using some type of assistance of some sort.
Device assistance, yeah.
You know, that there's people who have chronic diseases such as sickle cell disease, they have diabetes, they have asthma, arthritis. They have these things that you don't see, so much. But they do impact their bodies, and they impact their lives in different ways. And so I think in our society we have to come to realize that there are people like that, and we may not always know who they are, and there's a reason why people are doing what they're doing, and we may not know what it is, and even to ask, to say, are you okay?
Right.
To ask that question and not make assumptions about people.